Hello students, I am Anup sir and today I am going to start with the chapter quadratic equations for class 9th. Now here first of all we will see what is a quadratic equation and then about the roots of the quadratic equation. So see here, I have given you on the board what is a quadratic equation. Any equation that can be written in this form: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are the real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. That means b or c can be 0 but a should not be equal to 0. Then such an equation is called a quadratic equation in the variable x. Any real value of x which satisfies the given equation is called the root or solution of the equation. Now, equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now, let us see this equation. If you compare this equation with this, it is in this form, you can say. Now, here, whatever will be the coefficient of x square, that will be your a. Coefficient of x will be b. And this term without x, this will be known as c. So we can say this is the equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now if you see this equation, this is also a quadratic equation. Now if you compare it with this, you will say that there is one term missing. Now as the definition says that a should not be equal to 0, b can be 0. Now in this equation if you see, then b is 0. Because if b is 0, then this term becomes 0 and you are left with the equation ax square plus c. So we have the equation in the form ax square plus c because b is 0. b or c can be 0. So this is also a quadratic equation. You will say in this equation a is 2, b is 0 and c is minus 8. Now if you compare this equation, this is also a quadratic equation. Ax square is there, bx is also there. Now here b is minus 10 and c is not there, so you can say that c is 0. As the definition says, a should not be equal to 0. b can be 0, c can be 0. So here we have seen in these three examples. In first example, a, b, c all are existing. In second example, b is not there, so b is 0, bx is not there, and in the third one, c is 0. But still they remain the quadratic equation because the definition says that a should not be equal to 0. So in this one, or in this one, a is not equal to 0. b or c may be 0 or they may be plus, minus, whatever, but a should not be 0. Now we were talking about the roots of the equation or the solution of the equation. Any value, any real value of x which satisfies this equation, we will say that it is the root or solution of the equation. For example, we have taken this first equation. Now in this first equation, if you substitute value of x as minus 2, we have substituted value of x is equal to minus 2 in this equation. Then you will see that your LHS is equal to, see, RHS was 0, you substituted the value and you got LHS also 0. So LHS is equal to RHS, so that means value of x as minus 2 has satisfied this equation, so you can say that minus 2 is the root of this equation. Let us consider another value, minus 3. Now in the first equation, if you substitute value of x as minus 3, then again you will see that the equation is satisfied. LHS is coming to RHS. So whichever value of x that will satisfy a given equation, those values of x, they will be known as roots or solution of the equation. So this much is clear to you. Now say this, how to solve a quadratic equations. So here are the three steps that we will follow. The first step says clear all the fractions and write the equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. if any equation contains any fraction, your first step is to clear all that fraction. Okay, now if you consider this equation and you take the LCM, so you will find that the LCM of this equation throughout is 3. Now how to remove the fraction? LCM is 3, so you will multiply the whole equation by 3. Multiply the whole equation by 3 means each term on left side as well as on right side will be multiplied by 3. So each term on left side and right side multiplied by the LCM. So if you open the bracket, it will be 2x square minus x is equal to 3. So first step we have done, we have cleared all the fractions. Second step says write the equation in that form. So you will collect all the terms. 2x square minus x, this will become minus 3 is equal to 0. That's your first step. Clear all the fractions and write the equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Now factorize the left side. You have already done in the factorization chapter how to factorize a trinomial. So here we will apply that method. So here we are going to split the middle term. So the product required is 6 and the product is, now those who don't know how to factorize it, first you will look in the video for factorization and then you will start with this. So you let us factorize it by splitting the middle term. So we are going to split the middle term. So we can write it like this, plus 2x minus 3x. And how we split the middle term, that I have explained in the chapter factorization. So those who don't know, they will first watch the video for that chapter and then they will try this. Now here, taking 2x common, here you will take minus 3 common. So we have followed the second step. Factorize the left hand side into product of two linear factors. Now you see we have factorized the left side. This was the left side. Left side has been factorized as a product. You can see this is the product multiplication of two linear factors. This is a linear factor, this is a linear factor. So this was the second step to factorize it into product of two linear factors. Now the third step says put each linear factor equal to 0. So we have two linear factors. So first we are going to put this one equal to 0. So x plus 1 will be put to 0. And when you solve this equation, you will get x is equal to minus 1. Now the second one, 2x minus 3 will be put equal to 0 and you will get value of x. So these two values of x, they are called the roots or the solution of the equation. So if in any of the question they ask you to find the roots or to find the solution to the given equation, this procedure you are going to follow. First, if there is any fraction, you will remove that fraction and write the equation in that form, ax square plus bx plus c, this one. After writing the equation in this form, ax square plus bx plus c, you will factorize your left side. This is the left hand side. So you will factorize it as a product of two linear factors. And then one by one these linear factors will be equated with 0 to get value of x. And these values of x, they are called solution or the roots of the equation. So hope this is clear to you. So you can pause and copy it down. Now see in this question number 2. Again, equation is having the fraction. So the first step says clear all the fractions. So see the first equation. This equation can be written like this. This was mixed fraction, so we have converted it into improper fraction, and now we will take the LCM to clear all the fractions. Now when you are taking the LCM, remember you have to take LCM of all the denominators lying on left side as well as on right side. So if you take the LCM, on the left side we have denominator x, on the right side we have 2. So LCM of these two will be 2x. Then whatever will be the LCM, you will multiply each term on left side as well as on right side by the LCM. So here LCM is 2x. So we will multiply each term by 2x. See, we have multiplied each term by 2x. So this will give you so now our equation is free of fraction, but you have to arrange it in the form ax square plus bx. So first of all you have to write the term containing x square, next you have to write the term containing x, and in the last you have to write the term without x. So you are going to write it this way: 2x square, this will come this side, minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So see the first step we have done. We have made the equation clear of fractions, and then we have written the equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Now the second says factorize the left hand side. So we are going to factorize this left hand side. It's a trinomial, so you will split the middle term and factorize it. So here you will take common. Now here you will take minus common. So the sign within the bracket will change. Now from these two you can take x minus 2 common. This is the second step. The second step says factorize the left side into product of two linear factors. So we have got product of two linear factors. And now the third step says put each linear factor equal to 0. So this linear factor will be equated with 0. So we will get value of x as 2. Second factor. So these two values of x are known as the solution or the roots of the equation. So hope this is clear to you how you have to solve the questions. You have to simply follow these 3 steps. Okay, you can pause and copy it down. Okay, now see question number 3. So our first step will be the same. Now there is no fraction in this, but we have to arrange in the first step equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c. So what we will do, we will open the bracket here and then arrange the terms. So if you open the bracket here, you are getting 2x square minus 8x plus 3x minus 12 is equal to 6. So this is 2x square. This will give you minus 5x and this will become minus 18. So see the first step. First step was to remove the fraction if any fraction is present, but here there was no fraction, and the first step says only to arrange it in the form ax square plus bx plus c. And now you have to factorize it. So let's factorize it. You need 36. So you can write it like this. This was the second step, to factorize it and get as a product of two linear factors. And the third step says equate these factors with 0. This will be the result. Hope this is clear to you. So you can pause and note it down. Now see in this question number 4. So we will open the bracket and arrange the terms. Now we will arrange it in the form ax square plus bx plus c. So in the first step, you are to arrange the equation in this form. Then in the second step, you have to factorize it and write it as a product of two linear factors. So here product 84, so we can split the middle term. So it will be minus 14x and then plus 6x minus. So we have split the middle term like this. Now what will be common? 7x will be common. So 3x minus 2. Here 2 will be common. So 3x minus 2. So you will get these two factors on the left side. The third step says to equate them with 0. So we will get these two values for x, and these two values for x will be known as roots, or you can say solution of the given quadratic equation. Now the next question. Now next question you can see is already arranged in the ax square plus bx plus c, where b is 0. Now we have to factorize it. First step is to arrange it. So it's already arranged because you know that b or c can be 0. So here we can say that b is 0. Still the equation is quadratic 1. The second step says you have to factorize the left hand side. Now as you can see, our left hand side can be converted into difference of two squares. See the left side. This can be converted as 2x whole square. So we have converted left side as a difference of 2 square. So its factorization is 2x whole square plus 2x minus 2. So we have converted left side as a difference of 2 square. So we have converted left side as a difference of 2 square. So its factorization is 2x minus 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 2 square. a plus b into a minus b. Hope this is clear to you. So we have got left hand side as a product of two linear factors. So the third step says equate them with 0. So these two will be the values. Now remember, in reverse, if you want to check your answer whether it's correct or not, you substitute these values of x in the given equation and the equation must be satisfied. That means if you put these values over here, result for LHS and RHS should be same. That is the reverse way to check the answer, whether the answer is correct or not. Now let us see one more example here only. Now if you read this equation, we will say this is also a quadratic equation which is already written in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Here you can see that c is 0. We have ax square, a is this is minus 5, the coefficient of x, this is your b, and c is not there, c is 0. Because we know that in a quadratic equation, b and c can be 0. So this is again a quadratic equation which is already arranged. So the second step says if the equation is in the form ax square plus bx plus c, you have to factorize the left hand side as a product of two linear factors. Now here there are only two terms, so how will you factorize these two terms? Now first step is to take common, so let us take x common. So you will say you are left with 2x minus 5. So that means you have factorized the left hand side as a product of two linear factors. And the third step says these two factors will be equated with 0, 1 by 1. So the first factor is x. So if you equate it with 0, so you are getting value for x as 0. The second factor so you are getting value for x as 5 upon 2. So it's not necessary that if it's a quadratic equation, then you will be having 3 terms on the left side. See here in this one, you have the 3 terms. But in this one, you have only 2 terms because b can be 0. In this one, you have only 2 terms because c over here is 0. If it's a 2-term equation, then factorization can be done either by converting them into difference of 2 squares, like here we have done difference of 2 squares, or simply by taking the common. Number 7, then you will find that there is a single fraction on left side as well as on right side. So whenever you find a single fraction on both the sides, you can do cross multiplication to remove the fraction. But remember, this procedure is possible only if single fraction on left side and a single fraction on the right side. So now we will open the bracket. Now if you collect the terms on one side, you are getting x square. Then this gives you minus 10. And this gives you minus 3x, minus 3x and minus 10x. This will become minus 7x and plus 12. We have collected all the terms on the left side and arranged them, so we are getting this quadratic equation. Now we are going to factorize this equation. So we will split the middle term and it can be written like this. Now we will take common from the first group. So we have got these two linear factors. The third step says equate them with 0. This factorization you have done in the chapter factorization of a trinomial. The same procedure we are going to over here. Just in the last you have to equate these factors with 0 to get value for x. Hope this is clear to you, so you can pause and note it down. Now in question number 8, remember you can't do the cross multiplication here because you have two fractions. I told you in the last question that cross multiplication is possible only if we have single term on the left side and a single term on the right side, then only cross multiplication is possible. Here we don't have a single term, we have these two terms, so we cannot do the cross multiplication here. So what we will do on the left side, first of all we will take LCM of these two. So let's see what will be the LCM. LCM will be this will be the LCM of these two. Now this LCM, in the LCM this denominator will cancel this part, so you will be left with 2 minus x. This will be multiplied in the numerator place. Now here 2 minus x will reduce this part in the LCM, so you are left with x plus 3, so this will be multiplied. Is equal to 2. Okay, now let's see what will be the result. Let's open the bracket. 16 minus 8x. This will give you minus 3x minus 9. In the denominator place, if you open the bracket, so you will be getting 2x minus x square plus 6 minus 3x is equal to 2. So here if we arrange this, 16 minus 9 will give you 7 and minus 11x. In the denominator place, this will give you 2x, first of all minus x square, 2x minus 3x will give you minus x plus 6 is equal to 2. Now on the right side 2 can be written as 2 upon 1. Now we can say we have a single fraction on the left side and a single fraction on the right side as in the previous question. Now you can cross multiply it. So let's cross multiply it. So here when you will cross multiply with 1, you will get 7 minus 11x. And here this will be cross multiplied with 2. So minus 2x square minus 2x plus 12. So if we arrange it, we get 2x square. This will give you minus 9x. And this will become minus 5 is equal to 0. Now you can see we have removed the fraction and we have arranged the equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, now what we will do, we will factorize this left side. So we need 10. So we can factorize it like this, plus x minus 10x. So here if you take x common, you are left with 2x plus 1. You take minus 5 common, so 2x plus 1. So your final factorization will be 2x plus 1. So this was the second step where we were asked to factorize it and get as a product of two linear factors. So we have got product of two linear factors. And the last step says to equate them with 0. So we will get these two values for x. Hope this is clear to you. So you can pause and note it down. I'm going to take the LCM on the left side. So our LCM will be x plus 1 into x. This will be the LCM. Okay, now this x plus 1 will reduce x plus 1. So you are going to multiply x into x. Here x and x will reduce, so x plus 1 into x plus 1. That will give you x plus 1 whole square. And on the right side, you are getting 13 upon 6. Hope this step is clear to you. We have taken LCM on the left side. Okay, now let's solve it. We will open this bracket with the formula a plus b whole square. In the denominator place, this will be x square plus x. So if we solve this one, so 2x square plus 2x plus 1 upon x square plus x. Now you will cross multiply it, so you are getting 12x square plus 12x plus 6, and on the right side when you cross multiply 13x square plus 13x. Now we will transfer these terms to the other side because we want to keep x square positive. So this 12x square when transferred this side will become minus 12x square, so that will give you x square. This 12x transferred this side will give you plus x. 6 transferred that side will give you minus 6 is equal to 0. So when solving this equation, we have got this quadratic equation. Now let us factorize it. So we will split the middle term to factorize it. So finally we have got the equation factorized. Now the step says that you have to equate these two. So equating this one and the second one. So this will be the answer. So hope these questions are clear to you. So you try these questions on your own now. It's simply based on the factorization that you have already done. factorization chapter if you have done, then you will be finding it very easy, because here also you have to simply factorize it, and one more step, that you have to equate those two linear factors with 0 to get value of x. So here we have only this much in this chapter. So hope this topic is clear to you. If not, then please watch the video again and try these questions now on your own. So till the next class, just keep yourself engaged with your studies and be safe.